Okay, this game's how to do a message box. So for GameMaker 8.1, so when my yellow character hits the green character, a message box comes up for the yellow, then the message box will go away, and then the message box will come up for the green character, and then then the message box will go away, and then the green character will go off screen. So hit, then the message box for the green, then he walks away. So let me show you how I did that. So object character, so when my object character collides with the green character, go to add event, collision there. He's going to stop, speed 0, then it's going to create a message box 1, X 288, Y is at 160. So this is message box 1, message box 1 here. I made this in GameMaker 8.1. Just go into edit. So what I did was you can make these boxes. Let me copy this. Copy, paste. Let me show you how I did this. So you can do this in GameMaker 8.1 simply by using the round rectangle, the outline, and then if you want that pointy thing at the bottom where it shows the speech thing happening, you can use this tool, the polygon tool, to drag a line out and then drag another line out, and then you can zoom in and you can erase that line using the pencil. So that's how I created it. Then you can do an outline using the outline here and making a color for your character color. So that now there's a yellow outline around it. You can make it more defined, adding the thickness to it. So that's how I did the speech bubble thing. The origins at 0, 0, so it's way up here in the corner here. This does make a difference when you do the create instance. So I just left it up in the corner there, the crosshairs. So alarm 0 will kick in, alarm, it's going to be in the main 2 tab. Just as a reminder, these other tabs here, I don't know, I got this program online. Somehow someone modified this GameMaker 8.1 with the rest of these tabs. I'm not sure how they did that, but I'm not using them. I'm just using the basic tabs from GameMaker 8.1. I'm not messing with these other tabs I'm not familiar with. But anyways, go to main 2 tab, drag over a alarm, set it to 100 milliseconds, then add events, then go into your alarms there, choose 0 to match up with 0 over here on the actions. Then it's going to destroy the message box. You know, got that from the main 1 tab. And then also drag over a create instance. This is going to create your message box. The second message box is going to come up. So at X is going to be 0, Y is X is 20, Y is 0. Make sure you check relative. So after 100 milliseconds, it's going to destroy this message box, and it's going to reveal the second message box, depth -10. So let me go back to the first one, sorry about that. So the object message box 1 is going to create an instance right here, X 288, Y 160. This is the location where it's going to be out on screen. It doesn't have to be set to relative. But when I press the right key down, I'm going to move. Once I hit the object player 2, then I'm going to stop and it's going to reveal my message box, the yellow message box. Then my yellow message box here is going to show up for 100 milliseconds, then it's going to be destroyed, and then it's going to reveal the second message box, which is the green one for the green character. So that's what I was talking about. And I do have it checked here for some reason. I don't think this really matters too much if it's checked or not. I think the important thing is the crosshairs. I can go back into the game and how it failed. Let's see. I don't think it has to be relative checked. Give me one moment here. I'm gonna bring it back up. Uncheck the relative. I was just trying to see if that relative needs to be checked for the create instance. I don't think it's necessary. Like I said, it really depends on where your crosshair is at on the message box. Oh, it does. Okay, so you do want to set it to relative, because otherwise it jumps way up there. So, okay, so make sure your message box 2 is relative, and yeah, the first one I don't have, let's see, this is not checked. It also, I think it depends on your X and Y coordinates too for the create instance. Now, so in the create instance, X and Y coordinates matter, and I guess the relative matters too, but let me see what happens with my message box. Yep, so it doesn't show my message box. So I unchecked it. So I think what it is either mess with the X and Y coordinates here drastically and don't check the relative, or don't hardly mess with this so much but check the relative. And I think it depends on the locations that too. See, this message box 1, the create instance is inside that. When I talked about when I hit the character, the message box comes up for the 1, but see, it's not actually in the message box here. I don't know, I'm not really sure. You just gotta play with the numbers. So if you really mess with the numbers here for the X and Y coordinates, then I wouldn't check relative. So it should be in the location you want it at. See, message box 1, crosshairs way up there. The message box 2, where are the crosshairs at? Okay, it's still in the corner there. So I think since I had, I don't know, it's kind of iffy here. So you just gotta play around with the numbers. Either you check it or you don't check it. If you don't check it, then the X and Y coordinates are probably going to have to be high, if you do check it, then the coordinates here can be low, I think, so you can get it to where you want it at in the game. And those coordinates, like I said, you can get those coordinates by moving your mouse over to where you want it at, and look down below. You see the X and Y coordinates. So when you drag your mouse in a certain location, it shows your coordinates down there at the bottom. So those are the coordinates you use to place your message bubble above your head. But see, in this case, for the green character, you got 384 for X, and Y is 288. But see, I didn't use that. I used 20 as the X, and Y 0, and then I check relative. So it's kind of iffy. You just got to play around with it until you get it to where you want it at, pretty much. So it's either you mess with the relative and then have a high number here, or you have low number here and then check relative. Okay, so let's move on to the next step. So and you just press right on the keyboard to move to the right 15 speeds. But once you hit the green character, then you stop. Then it shows the second message pop. Then it shows my message pop up. Okay. And then after 100 milliseconds, my message goes away, the yellow message, and then it destroys it. Okay, and then it reveals the green message, which is message 2, and the location above the green character's head. Then after 100 milliseconds for the green message, then it's going to destroy the green message, message 2, and it's going to change my player 2 to player 2 leave. So then he's going to leave. He's going to create an instance, go to add event, create an instance, then he's going to walk off stage, going left at 10 speeds. Then when you're outside the room, go to add event, outside room here. Then you're going to do in-game. In-game is going to be in one of these controls here. Yeah, right here, main 2 tab right there. Drag it over. And then make sure your green character is solid, because when my yellow character hits the green character, you want to stop, so make sure he's solid. And then the clouds don't do nothing, they're static, and the floor, there's no gravity set on nothing here. Alright, I hope that helped, and I will upload this GameMaker 8.1 file so you can mess around with it, open it up yourself. I tried to use the fade-in code for the message boxes, and it doesn't do well in GameMaker 8.1. GameMaker Studios, it works better. It kind of blinked when it faded in, so it's like a little glitch there, so I didn't use the fade in for the message box, so I just had it pop in. I do have a tutorial on fade in and fade out, but like I said, I applied that code to these message boxes and it kind of blinked for a second and then faded in, so there's a little glitch there that GameMaker 8.1 I guess hasn't recognized so much, so I didn't use it. Alright, thanks for watching.